Welcome back, treasure hunters. So today I'm finally getting around to reviewing some of my thrift store finds. I haven't made a video about thrift store finds in a while, so I'm going to go through some today and you can check out what I bought, what I paid, and hopefully the profit that I can make. Okay, so let's get into some of these finds I've had over the past month or so. And I actually have a decent amount of studio pottery that I did find. I haven't really purchased any studio pottery in a while. I just really didn't find anything that caught my eye or looked really unique or that I thought, had pretty good value to it. And this is the first piece. This is just kind of a, different shaped type of bowl and, some different colors. And the reason why I purchased this one is it's going to be really hard to read, but it says snipes all the way around the base here. And I just did a search in the store and found, I believe his name was Kevin Snipes, but he's a local Cleveland artist and studio potter. And he does some, this must be an earlier piece from him because a lot of the stuff that he sells now is pretty specific in a certain style. And this is a little more general, I guess. And his work actually sells for a pretty decent amount of money. I didn't really see any of his earlier work, but this was only priced for $3.19. So just given that I know who the artist is already and he is well known, especially around this area as a potter, I should be able to, I think, at least get $50 for this. So the next piece I found is just this small bowl. It's got a kind of cool earthy type glaze to it. And I have not ID'd this yet. And I just picked this up because it was like 79 cents. So even if I was able to make, sell it for like $20 or $25 or something, maybe even 20, I don't know. But for 79 cents, didn't really want to pass it up. It is marked FSS on the bottom. I haven't posted this to any groups yet, so I haven't ID'd it, but I'll just have to see who might have made this, and then I can go from there on the pricing wise. But it is a pretty well made little bowl, maybe, somewhat Japanese style. I don't really know, but kind of cool. So 79-cent purchase. Next thing here I actually found this when I was waiting in line. The line was kind of long, so it stretched by one of the aisles. And I saw this kind of in the back of the shelf. And it's just a hand painted, kind of like just a blob of, clay material or whatever. But it had it's kind of a cool little scene here. And I think it is, I haven't posted this either, but this is only $2.09. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And I'm pretty sure that there's some kind of marking here on the back, but just given, how the back is it's got, little wrinkle type things in it from being pressed down when it was made. So this one I'm definitely going to have to see if I can get some help. I'm not exactly even sure, the origin. Could be like Mexican or something. It could be European. I'm not really an expert in being able to tell that stuff yet. So this one I'm going to post and see if I can get some more information. But again, even if I'm not, and this is just like some painted thing you can hang on the wall, I think I could still make some sort of profit. Probably not much, but it was only $2.09. So again, definitely take a shot on something like this. Next thing I found here is just another piece of studio pottery. I like the glaze though, how there are these little pink flowers all the way around it, and the green comes up as, you know, grass and the stems or whatever. But it was really well made. It does have a marking on the bottom, and this was only 79 cents. Again, I could, you know, price this on Etsy for like 15 or 20 bucks. I don't know. I did some searches around. I think it's signed KA, and I didn't really come up with anything. So this is another piece. I might just list it because I really don't think, you know, this is any kind of like well-known artist or whatever, but for 79 cents, it's another piece that, you know, if I could post for like 15 or 20 bucks. So here's the next piece that I found. It's just a regular styled vase that does have some cool incising to it, and these different types of flowers that are, it's kind of almost reverse painted, I guess. So I thought that was kind of cool, and it is marked on the bottom JT. And at first I thought this was JT Abernathy because there were other things listed as JT Abernathy, and he's a well-known studio pottery. His work sells for a good amount of money. But I guess this isn't, there are some other listings of the same marking in like this paint or marker on the bottom as Abernathy. And I guess that's not his marking. It's a common misconception, I guess, from people that post it. They think it's JT Abernathy's, but this isn't. So I don't know who made this, but this piece was only $3.29. It is a nice, well-made piece, like nice vase. And I should be able to, at least if I can't figure out who made it, I could list this between, I don't know, 30 and 40 bucks. So I'll do some more searches. Maybe I'll be able to figure out who made it. The next thing I found here, when I first saw it, I was not sure. Sometimes I see pieces that kind of look similar to this that are, you know, just made in, I don't know, China or whatever, that you could get at like garden stores. But when I took a closer look, this is a lot older, especially too, there was some like felt thing on the bottom, but just looking at the bottom here, it's definitely an old stoneware piece. I don't see any markings really on it. I think those are just drips, but I don't know if that's supposed to be an M or not. This is definitely something I'm going to have to post though. See if I can get some more information. It's not in the best condition. There are some pieces like of the glaze either that didn't stick, or there's like a little chip here and somebody tried to color this piece in that chipped away. But it's kind of different with these leaves coming down, and then the handle itself kind of looks like a leaf too. I thought that was really cool. And you know, some of this old stoneware, jugs and crocks and stuff, depending on if you can ID and they're by certain people, can actually be really valuable. But it's something that you need to get people that are either really into that or an expert or an auction house or something. But this could potentially, you know, be a really, really good find. I just need to figure out some more information. But I picked this up for, I think it was like $4.59 at a Goodwill. And that's where I got all the studio pottery, was all at Goodwill. So I'm going to get some more info on this old stoneware jug, and hopefully somebody will be able to help me out with IDing it. So the next thing I found here is this mid-century kind of brutalist metal like candle holder. I got this for, I also got this at Goodwill. I got it for, I think around like $5, $5.19 or whatever. And it's just, you know, a bunch of these welded rods together on this steel piece here. I don't know. I really thought it was a kind of a different type piece. I did see something similar online, and I think these were selling, at least the piece I saw, around like $75 to $100 or something. That's probably what I would post it for. I don't see any maker's marks or anything. At first I thought this was just, it could have been made by a certain, mid-century designer or something, or maybe it was made by, just somebody that liked to do artistic things. But pretty cool piece for $5. It's definitely, this fits the, uniqueness that I like to find out at the thrift stores, things you don't see every day. So it's different. So definitely worth the $5 investment. So now I'm going to get into a couple pieces of art that I found. This was a Goodwill find for around $5. And this is a limited edition lithograph, and it was done by Irene Borg. It is signed down here. It's titled Flying Color 1, and it's numbered 25 out of 900. And of course, the reason why it caught my eye is there is the certificate of authenticity right here on the back. So it was it's a pretty easy signature to read, especially with the COA on the back. And I just did a quick search, and her work was selling, and this isn't like a large piece or anything, but her work was selling, in the $100 to $200 range. So this is definitely a good buy, and I think I already did list this for like around $100. I have no problem, on the Etsy, it's a little harder to discount artwork under, like I usually try not to go under $100 just because I offer free shipping on everything. So, but this is a smaller piece, so I really don't mind it so much. But any larger pieces, it's more difficult just because shipping could cost, $40 or $50 if it's going like way out west. So here's the next piece that I found at Goodwill. It was $6.99, and this was done by Don Aceto. And he actually did, when I searched, because his name's pretty easy to read, the signature here. But this is an artist proof. It's down here, it says AP, which is artist proof. So that makes it more rare. And this is a lithograph, and he did work for Disney. When I searched his name, there's all kinds of Disney, drawings and lithographs and stuff. But this is a kind of a somewhat cartoony nature, I guess, of a gas station. And it's in a really nice frame, professionally framed and stuff. And you can even see too, like when it doesn't have that real strong glare to it. So I'm not really sure what kind of glass that is, but it's kind of nice. It doesn't have that harsh reflection, but it's a cool piece of art. It's very well done. And given that he did do work for Disney and stuff, I thought it was worthwhile to pick it up for $6.99, especially too, seeing that it's an artist proof. I did see one other piece like this, the gas station thing, but I can't even remember if it was numbered, but if it was like a higher number, and it was selling or sold for $50 or $60. But given that this is an artist proof, he could probably get a little bit more. So here's a piece that I picked up it was also $6.99. This is an oil painting on canvas. Looks like mid-century to me, and I just really, I don't know, I thought this was a really cool painting, especially like, how that street light is the kind of a focal point of the painting, but it's just the shadows and, just how everything looks in this painting I thought was really cool, especially too, like the paint is built up, so it kind of gives an effect to, the painting itself. And that kind of just, I don't know, I really like that. So I know this is signed down here. It's really hard to read. And I'm going to have to post this one to one of the identification groups on Facebook I thought that I might know or found out who the artist was, but I'm not 100% sure. but definitely worth a shot given just how, nicely done this painting is. And it was only, again, $7. So really cool find here. I like finding these unique kind of pieces of art because you never know, if it's a well-known artist or somebody just with a lot of skill. So the next thing I found here is, this is just a print, but it is by Charlie Harper. And he was actually out of Cincinnati. His work, all of his paintings and artwork is very recognizable in style. This one's not signed or anything, but it was only like $3.29 or $3.19. And it is from a local gallery here, which I don't think is in business anymore. This is a spotted Tauhi, and it says Charles Harper on the back here. So this is a vintage print, or I doubt it's a lithograph. I think it's just a print. His work sells really well. I always see, different pieces of his, never anything original, signed and numbered lithographs, and they always do really well at auction. And, even on eBay and stuff, his stuff sells pretty quickly. I sold, I think it was last year, I found a piece that was actually like one of his works, but it was like needlepoint. So it wasn't really even done by him, but I still was able to sell it for like $300. Given that this was only $3, I could probably, I think, get $30 to $50 from this, just given that, it is a vintage print of his. So here's the next thing I found, and this I'm probably not going to sell. For those of you who don't know, I am outside of Cleveland, and this is where I've lived pretty much my whole life. And I'm a big Indians fan, and this is a signed picture of Jim Thome, and it is dated down here, and it says like photo file or something, but 1999. This was only like $3, so I grabbed it, just put with all my Indian stuff and Cleveland sports stuff. So really cool. I love finding any kind of autographed sports memorabilia and stuff, as long as it's obviously somebody that is more well known. But I was happy to stumble across this piece. So here's the last piece that I'm going to show you, and I got this at a Goodwill also. It was only like $5 or something, but definitely as a, somebody made this out of this antique jug here, stoneware jug, and it's got an older style cord to it. A unique piece like this, especially with this antique jug, I've sold numerous just stoneware jugs themselves for anywhere between $75 and $100. And then given that this is a unique lamp that was put together by somebody, definitely worth $5. I could price this probably around that $75 to $100 range, and I haven't tested it though, so hopefully it works. Either way, it's a nice find for only $5. So those were my thrift store finds, at least part of them. I still have a whole bunch more stuff, so I am my kids are finally going back to school. So these past couple weeks have been pretty crazy getting everything prepared for them, especially with these, the COVID stuff coming back a bit. And so it's been pretty hectic, but I am going to make it a goal of mine to get the rest of my thrift store finds up. And I have a bunch of cool stuff I found too that I didn't go over today. So I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button for me. It helps my channel out. And, if you know other people that would find this information interesting, or, likes to go to the thrift stores, please share the channel with them. That also is a good way for me to build my subscriber base and, help me out in that sense. I also have some pretty cool auction stuff that I've either purchased and it's on its way, or has already came in the mail. So I'm definitely going to go over that too. you have any questions, just leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you make it out to any thrift stores or estate sales, I wish you the best of luck. Hope you find something awesome, and I'll be back soon.